Hopefully my audio is working well. We'll find out. I got a little mic here. I got a little attachment on my phone that's supposed to make this better. We shall see. So it says I'm live. Now I just need to. Why am I not popping up on my feed here? Inquiring minds want to know. So it says I'm rolling. Welcome to the chat. What we have here, the failure to communicate. Because that is not the latest. There we go. Now we figured it out. So let's test my audio here.
That is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is an action-adventure Metroidvania.
It's a mania game.
With long-term leveling,
and as usual, I have to pop in here twice to get the chat to open up. Okay. There we go. So, audio looks pretty good. Let's test my. Audio looks pretty good. Let's test my. Get a little reverb. Get a little reverb. But now I gotta figure out why I'm getting the double here. Unless it's being caused by this. Yeah, something's going on. Now, do I have any? Okay, I do. So I'm not sure if this is working out well. And it could be because of. So let me mute the area. So trying out new equipment here. And I'll let you let me know how the audio is working and if this product. So I bought this new mic. I've seen it advertised. Oh, it looks like it's back on now. So does it sound like it gets louder if I put it up closer to my mouth? I had to take a chunk of that. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4. Okay, the mic works. 1 2 3 4. All right, all righty. Testing 1 2 3 4. So I just need to mute my second channel here so I don't get the constant echo. There we go. So it looks like it works. I just had to figure out yeah, chill and try to let me know if the echo has now went away. I think the echo was caused by my speaker on the computer. All right, that was it. So I was just picking up the computer at the same time. So I finally figured it out. So today I have a demo video. They sent me a travel pillow, so I'm going to do that, and then I have a ice bath coming. Supposedly, I'm really kind of surprised I'm getting one sent. It's on sale for $600, and they're sending it to me free of charge to do a demo of it. And I'll be honest with you, it's something I probably need to be using on a daily basis. Not so much that I want to hop in an ice bath every morning, but I do have an issue with my left foot that's been caused by my work boots that I'm trying to get taken care of. And one of the things is ice in it. So I think having it, and probably the only place I can put it for right now, which is not going to be popular with the missus, is on the deck. So I'll be doing a demo video on that. Kind of one of my perks, I guess, of being a creator. I was kind of telling my son, "Oh, look, I'm a creator. I create nothing." He goes, "Well, you create content." And I said, "Okay, that kind of makes sense." So I'm doing something I never thought I did. So I started out with of course, right, come on up. I started up with Facebook, and I did a Facebook group. This was years ago. And my daughter said, "Dad, you should just do a YouTube channel. You're getting, so much subscribers and people watching you on Facebook. Interaction." I think that was the word I was wanting to use. So they made this channel for me. All the cool looking stuff came from them. It started doing really well at first. I had a video go viral. It had over 600,000 views like in 2 months. So it made my channel monetize me, made me some decent dollars. And it seems like, oh, thank you, my pleasure, Jill and Charlie. And it seemed like, hey, this could be kind of cool, just post some lifting videos and, do a live stream every now and then. And I was making like $200-300 a month. So, not bad. Take the wife out for a couple evenings, or, pay an extra bill, and then things changed. And they made an adjustment. They said, "We didn't make an adjustment, but you did, YouTube, because my $250 to $300 monthly earnings became $50 to $75. And I talked to some other bigger channels, and they noticed the same thing. So I said, it is what it is. All right. So now every other month I can take Mom out for dinner and drinks. So then I got on Instagram, and for whatever reason, Instagram took off real quick. And then the only way you could earn on Instagram at the time was if you had subscribers. And subscribers are hard to get. Paying subscribers are, and I understand it. People are watching so many different channels. And I subscribe to a few channels, on some I really like, and become a member. And, I paid $2 or $3 a month for those special perks. I have a membership here. If you do those, the special perks are basically you can email me for any fitness advice you want, basically anytime you want. is YouTube. So the Instagram started offering a spring bonus. I think that was in merry month of May. And I qualified. I said, hey, let's see how this goes. It was pretty nice. It was making me about 3 times as much as YouTube was making me. That's okay. Well, Mama, we can go out more often. And then the last pay period, I had a huge hit. They haven't paid me for it yet, so I might be talking too soon because things have a way of disappearing. But the first 2 weeks in August, I had a post I made just get over 14 million views. I'm like, wow. And I said, hey, this this could be actually, car payment, maybe a second mortgage payment taken care of. I said, this is going to be good stuff. And reality came back. Hey, good morning, Turkey. So, where I was going to make a huge amount in the first 2 weeks, like I said, I haven't been paid for it yet. The pay period I'm on now is not too dissimilar. Maybe it's still twice as much. Hey, Savage Lee, good morning. But it's still better than YouTube. So I said, yeah, why not? So then East Tennessee Preparedness went over to Rumble. He said, I'm tired of YouTube, tired of the censorship. Now, I don't get really censored because I don't talk about political stuff. I don't talk about something that's going to upset 50% of my audience. All right. Basically, we talk about nutrition, exercise, well-being. I mean, out here on the farm, got the garden over there, just calling me. Come. I know I got a bunch of zucchini and squash I need to pick again. It's a daily thing now. Probably got about 4 cucumbers that need to be picked. Got a whole bunch of jalapenos that I'm probably going to pick and take to the. And I might walk out there with it here in a little bit. My signal actually reaches out to the garden from my Starlink. It might get a little pixelated. So anyway, I got the new microphone. So I seen this advertised on Instagram. And I said, man, that looks interesting. So I ordered it. It wasn't a lot of money. This is not one of the free demos I got. This one I went out and bought. Because I felt I needed a better mic than just a phone or than just a little Bluetooth I had. So I don't have those professional stand-up mics like some of the bigger channels have. Maybe one of these days. You never know. One life man, but there's no angel that sits in God's right hand because there we go. And one life man that's interesting because St. Michael, the Archangel, is the patron saint of the 101st Airborne, which I was in. I have a shirt with him on it. It's pretty cool. And then we have the old then we get the old troll every now and then. So the thing on trolls, I just don't put up for them. Okay. They are not something I will tolerate. It's not going to happen. If you do want to follow me on Rumble, if you happen to be on Rumble, it's a free service. That is my link to my Rumble. Yeah, I know. And then when I first started, that was something, I knew about it. I've seen trolls before, and they just want to engage in that, and cause strife in that. And they would say, well, you have to put up with this for your channel to grow. Yeah, I don't think so. I have a different opinion about that. Because number one, you're not growing my channel, all right? Even if I have where only subscribers can talk, you'll subscribe, and then, and then I had a one group that they come in, well, hitting your thumbs up. Yeah, you're hitting my thumbs up, and then after the live streams end, and then you're going back and you're hitting the thumbs down, so you're canceling it. Okay, you're not that smart. So I just said, you're not growing a channel. All you're doing is upsetting my subscribers. Not upsetting me, because I could care less what you say. But you're upsetting my subscribers. And so I don't put up with you. You have no value. You have no value at all. So trolls go. One Life, man, they haven't found anything except their mama's basement. Yeah, it's just, well, remember, negative attention is still attention. And I think they just want attention. So, Shive, if I'm pronouncing that right, and I'm probably not. I have been lifting for 50 years. My commuter mouse is having a tough day. Speaking of mice, Banks usually brings mice up and then eats them here on the porch. Well, the other day, she brought a rabbit. It was juvenile, but it was still about that big of a rabbit. She brought up and chowed down. Yeah. And I got home at 10:30, and my son come out to say hi, and he stepped in some of the remains. He's like, "What the heck is going on?" Well, thank you, Chill and Charlie. Appreciate it. I can't do anything with my looks, but I can kind of control how my muscle tone is. I do that by lifting. Later on today, I'm going to do Claymore cardio. Claymore cardio, what is that? Well, my son got me a Scottish Claymore when he was in the service. I don't have much of an edge on it. I haven't put an edge on it yet. But it's a heavy two-handed sword for most people. I will swing it one-handed most of the time. And I'm going to come out here and I want to do about 5 minutes of just constantly swinging that sword and kind of get a full upper body exercise. It should really help with the shoulders. It should stretch some things out. Also, the son and I, we threw discus yesterday for about 15 minutes or so. Just kept throwing. He was on one end of the driveway, I was on the other. I usually do compete in the Senior Olympics in Illinois, which should be coming around September. I'm going to look that up. And I don't know if I'm going to beat my record or not, because I really have a problem spinning because of my foot. But hopefully that'll start working its way out. Good coffee. It is peaceful. Yep. I did live in the city. One Life, man, I was lived in Joliet for about 11 years. And there's a lot of conveniences of the bigger cities. I went to college in Chicago. There are a lot of entertainment, a lot of things within, short distance, but it's loud. And when we first moved out here, we're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm on 14 acres. The first thing we noticed is I could hear a squirrel fart in the woods behind me. You didn't have that background noise. You didn't have that constant noise of Route 80, Route 55, Larkin Avenue, Jefferson Avenue, where it was just really loud. Broken that wrist twice in my life. Yep. I broke my ankle. Oh, God, when I was in my 20s. Playing softball. And for about 15 years after that, I could tell you when a storm's coming, because it would swell up, be aching. I'd go, oh, the storms are coming. I've seen a cartoon like that where you got 3 old men, one is legs swelled up, the arms, the other one is the head, because the injury was very sensitive to barometric pressure. Hey, Michael, good morning. So I have my new mic on, Michael. Yeah, it's just right here. And I got a little attachment on the phone. And hopefully it'll make my audio more better sounding. I seen it advertised on Instagram. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't much. I said, hey, that sounds like probably a nice upgrade I should use. Now, the only thing of it is if I put the computer volume on, then I get an echo. But we finally figured that one out. From Nigeria. Well, good afternoon. It's morning here, but good afternoon. Nigeria, I think that's a first. I don't think I've had somebody from Nigeria here before. Thanks for popping in. Thank you for stopping in. So if you haven't already, if you could hit the thumbs up, that helps the channel, makes me look more popular than I am. And this is the link to my Rumble channel, which I'm going to try to see if there is any income potential there. Michael will catch up. I got that travel pillow that I got sent to me to do a video on, showed up last night, so I'll probably make that video today or tomorrow. Usually they want you to make the video within 2 weeks. And I will enjoy the pillow briefly, and then Mama already said that it's going to be hers. So, and she's right, it'll be hers. Here, birdie out there. Yesterday was a busy day. I did make a video on my way to work that I was kind of covering what my plans were, come fitness for the next month or so and that. And I never posted the video because once I started thinking about it, I said, I just didn't like the message it was sending, And then I got some comments from some subscribers, which I really appreciate, that were in support of, what I did with my workout there. And then I had one saying, listen, don't give it up. Don't give up going after that heavy weight, because once you give it up, it's done. And I really appreciate that subscriber's comment. It meant a lot to me, and I think it's kind of re-motivated me to stay on track. Now, I am going to take probably about 10 days off. Not saying I'm not going to do anything, but I'm not going to worry about heavy benching for about 10 days. I do feel this is getting better. It's getting better all the time. Okay, I'm not the Beatles. Too cool for a name. I gringo. Hey, como está? Muy bien, ¿y tú, huh? Thank you, Anastas. I appreciate that. So this is my morning routine, is just to come out and relax on the deck. Now I'll go out to the garden and pick some veggies. Oh, there were a yellow finch by it. Those are pretty birds. I'll walk out to the pond, and say hi to Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Actually, Jeremiah is a bullfrog. I got two named bullfrogs in there. One's Ribbit, the other one's Jeremiah. I know. You can't come up with too good of names, but I like that. I got Binks the cat, the bane of all small mammals. So Michael, she brought up the other night a rabbit and ate it on the front porch. Not a full-size rabbit, but it was probably about that big. And she chowed down on it. And my son ended up stepping in it because it was 10:30 at night and weren't expecting to have the remains of a dead rabbit on the front. Why she brings everything she kills up to the door, I don't know, but she does. And that's where she eats it. I guess she wants to know that she is also providing for the family. So my son is now calling her. I can't even think of the word now. That real dangerous dinosaur in those dinosaur movies. Not a rapture, but it'll come to me. But he's like, what a little terror she is. Too funny. Yep, we're talking about you. He's sitting down there like, not me. Couldn't be. So, Velocis Raptor, yes. So she's our Velocis Raptor. Yep. Yeah, we better get her done. Yep, and that's hey Ray, good morning, and that's what I came to. That, like I said, I really appreciate that one subscriber's comment, and there was a lot of them that were very supportive. I do appreciate. Now that comment there is for Ray. They were serious. I do have a guy who's into it, and of course, what they do at our age is different than what the young men do. That's in there jumping up on the guy who's on the ring and wrapping their legs around him and then doing a mid-wheel cartwheel in the air. I don't think so. It's not for me. Velociraptor. Compy. I don't know what that means, David. 4 weeks to decide. Are you serious about that, Ray? I'm just thinking, were you pulling my champ? If you're serious, I will sit there and get you hooked up with Vince Robbins. Yeah, it is, Savage. He would sit there and throw it at the door so you would see it, and then when you'd look at it, he'd be like, "Okay, now you want this?" And I'd come out and say, "No, I thank you very much, but you can have it." And then she would eat it. Just too funny. I can't say, you know. And then speaking of different things, well, I am now. So let me look at my emails. Wow, here got a few pop more up here. People, business inquiries, we want to send you stuff. Well, God bless you, send that stuff. Want to confirm our mode of cooperation. I send you a free sample. You make a video of it and post it on your social medias. That is correct. Now, you on these emails, you never, never, never say yes. You just say that is correct. Look forward to working with you, your company. So why don't you say yes? Well, then they can use that response for an agreement of something that maybe you wanted nothing to do with. Of course, now that I've seen, here we go. This one. So this is a travel pillow I just received. So I'll be making a demo on that and then giving it to the wife. Now, it's not that large. I don't know if it just has a memory foam and it pops back up, but it came in a box only about that big. And then this is one I'm really surprised about. They're going to send me Plum Magic. Now, this is like a 5 foot long, 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide tub. And it looks like a big cooler. If I ever have that many friends, you never know. And then I'm supposed to have anything. Remember in Italy, my Jim, you are legendary. Oh, that's right. So, Ray, if you could, and I hope I'm pronouncing that way, could email me at I was thinking about this. I will send your Jim some t-shirts. So I was thinking about that. I was telling the wife about that. I said, I had someone from Italy saying that, their Jim really likes me in that. I said, man, I want to send them some t-shirts. So I hope they come back online. Once again, thanks for all the thumbs up. I appreciate that. But yeah, Ray, if you email me at scottishfitness@gmail.com with that Jim's address, and maybe, you know, a couple t-shirt sizes y'all want to use, I'll sit there and send you some. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to send them directly from my daughter's site, but if I have to, I'll order them and get them shipped here, and then I'll ship them out there. And then if you guys can take a picture wearing it with your address and send that back to me, maybe make a small video and send it to me, hey, sounds like a win-win situation. So yeah, I'm just out here enjoying life and that, and I think I'm gonna meander out to the garden. Let's pick some peppers that Peter Piper missed. So what I need to do is I need to get a bucket, because I have that many. What you doing, kitty? All right, I'm going back out. I'm going in, I'm going out. So let's walk on out to the garden. And we will finally got some cucumbers and peppers, probably more maters. So earlier this week, I made a beef stew. What I used was a can of Keystone meat I bought back in 2022. A quart jar of tomatoes I canned from my garden last year. And when I opened them up, they smelled just as fresh as the day I canned them. And then I sliced up about 5 or 6 tomatoes. And that was really good. Oh yeah, I threw some jalapenos in there too. So here's the garden, and I'll move this around a few times. First of all, I got my cucumber plant here, and I'm always keeping an eye on them. And I don't want them to get any bigger than this, because they get really seedy. I mean, they'll get the size of a they'll become a foot long before you know it. So that's about the size I like to pick them at. That or even a little bit smaller. I chop them up and I have them for a breakfast snack. And I also have them up there. See, you got to be really looking for them, because, well, green vegetables are the same color as the rest of them. And I have another plant here that I've trellised up. There we go. Let's get this. It's hard to find a... There we go. Here's the one I trellised up. There we go. And the same thing, you have to kind of look. So if you don't, the next time you look, the thing's the size of a football. That one I'll let go one more day. This acorn squash here, which is going to take over the garden eventually, was a volunteer. What I mean by a volunteer, I didn't plant it. It came up from last year. And then I have my whole row of squashes. So the first 3 here are winter squash. So winter squash, winter squash, winter squash, and then zucchinis. Zucchini. And zucchinis, it can be a lethal weapon. So there's a boys camp about 30 miles from here that used to pay me for these big ones. And they would make some sort of, side dish for everybody. So that's a zucchini. And then what I don't eat, I'll slice them up and fry them up, but what I don't eat, I will take to work now. And I put it on a table, and And the thing of it is, you gotta like to pick them when they're a little bit smaller than that. And it's usually something I have during the weekend. So this I never had my garden. It's a rarity. But my godson came out with a tractor and knocked everything down for me. And so I kind of got ahead of the whole mix there. Here's my jalapeno plants. So I like to have a couple with my eggs. And then I also have, I try to find other things to implement them in. And I tell you, when it comes to pepper plants, jalapenos are a producer. And then what you can do is you can, in the fall, dig them up. Like these big ones and that. And I'll take to the Lamex, as I refer to as the family restaurant. And I give them to the servers there. And they eat this stuff like candy. I do like them, but I have to kind of, I need to cook them into something. I can't just bite into and eat them. And they just bite into and eat them. And it seems like with jalapenos, the more you pick, the more they produce. Now, I won't be able to see any of the comments probably until I get back to my computer. So here's the lettuce I planted. And lettuce you can plant late season. And you can actually plant it late fall, just before the snowfall. And then they'll come back up next spring. So they will come back up through there. Here's my green peppers, my bell peppers. So initially when I was picking them, they were small because I wanted them. And now, because I'm really starting to produce a lot of them, and you gotta be careful when you pick them. You don't want to break the plant. But now I'm getting bigger ones. And that's about the size of one. I don't want them getting any bigger than that. They're not the ones you buy at the store. I'm not using any chemicals to grow these. So I'm not going to have mutant peppers. There we go. There's another one. And the reason I can allow them to get bigger now, because they are producing, and I can leave them on the vine a little bit longer. And that's what I've been doing. Because there's breakfast, and then I take them to work also. And then the tomatoes, oh man, they are getting ahead of me. They are winning the battle. So what I do is the ones I picked today, what I don't eat, I take to work the next day. I may can some, only because I liked, and sometimes you can tell they got probably a little bit overripe. That's okay. I'll just till them under. Woo-wee. And that's another thing I do is while I'm picking, I'll weed also. Now, it doesn't hurt to have some weeds in the garden. But this is by far the best I've done. That one's a little moist. I want them out of there. There we go. And you can see why I brought the bucket because I knew I was going to have that much to pick. You know, a lot of times I'll pick them just a little bit early, and I do that because they will ripen while I'm waiting. So you're like, well, there's a lot of waste. Yeah, there is. But I got more plants than I can possibly eat. I planted 9 plants. Little shit. Keep losing my glasses. Every time I bend over. Yeah, here we go. So there's a bountiful harvest. So summer through late summer, I do eat a lot better. I'll come back for that zucchini later. I did run the hose out here so I can now water the plants directly, which cuts the watering time down considerably. And I'll catch up on comments when I get back up here. If the live didn't stall out, it might have. I am at the very far range of my Wi-Fi signal. All right. And I'm back. There we go. All right, let's catch back up. It took 3 years for the hummingbirds to come back. Oh, cool. I got hummingbirds here. Oh, Turk said it was 5x5. That's good to see. All right, let me see here. Let's scroll up here. All right, Michael, I'll have a good nap. Concrete time. Hello. You must have already came out. MA18 warning for the audience, Mac. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't use chemicals. Now, the only thing I do use to keep the critters out of the garden is Irish Spring. Surprisingly or not, I got that idea from a subscriber, and it works very well. So I buy one of those 10 packs. Oh, there's a hawk out there. Just popped up in a tree. Of the Irish Spring bar soap. Hey, runner boy. Good evening for you. Or afternoon. Yeah, it is afternoon there. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. 3 types of tomatoes fruiting. There you go. So if you just missed it, that's what I just picked. I got tomatoes, cucumbers, green peppers, jalapenos. Picked up a big old zucchini about the size of a shillelagh. Yeah, the Irish Spring, and you don't put it in the garden, but put it on the outskirts of the garden. And it's kept the rabbits and skunks and squirrels and deer out of there. Because one year I had a really problem with raccoons and skunks getting in there. Actually, I shot one skunk. That never works out well. And last year I put them in there. And the only mistake I made is I put them too close to the plants. When it rained, it got into the soil there, and the plants didn't like it. So this time it's on the outskirts of the garden, and I haven't had anything get attacked. So that's been working really well. And I mean, this is my morning. I mean, I get up earlier than I need to, just so I can do this. You know, it's just, yeah, they're stinky when they're alive. They're even more stinky when you're dead. And I carried that thing about a quarter mile away. It still stunk up the area. But now with the Irish Spring, in about once a month, I cut up another bar just to refreshen it. So I don't have any issues, so that's pretty cool. The pond out there, if you see my pond videos, that is down really low. So next year I'm going to redig it. I think it's filling in too much. I'm not going to redig the whole pond, but I'm going to dig a side of it out. So I'm going to cut the one side, and then I'm going to take that dirt and add it to my rifle range. Amy Mart, hey, how we doing? Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, everyone. I do appreciate it. Try to make YouTube think I'm more popular than I actually am. If you do want to follow me on Rumble, that is my Rumble channel now. There's probably two of them out there still. I just forgot how to log into them. So I just made a new one. I think with Turk joining in, I now have 5 subscribers. Woohoo! Look out. Well, followers. Oh, yeah, here comes that hawk. Where's he going to? Yep, coming right across the property. Oh, someone realized they've been left out. All right, well, come on out here, putty kitty. All right, I'm sorry. Old Binks goes, hey, wait a minute. I thought you were coming in. I didn't know you're staying out here. She said, you should know. I always do. Sun and stroll done, making breakfast. There you go. I don't know, Thomas. I'll just be happy when the foolishness is over. To be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to first week of November. But we don't talk about politics here. There's enough stress going on. This is to be a relaxing channel. Don't worry about who killed who. It's supposed to be a happy occasion. From a movie I like. I just wish people would sit there and actually just research what the real deals are and just don't blindly follow all the propaganda that's out there. Because there's a lot of propaganda. 90% of it's false or misleading. And that's on both sides. So I just tell people, research. That's like when I get all the fake weight comments on my Instagram. I'm like, dude, my link to openpowerlifting.org is on my bio. So you can click it and go to all my lifts. And you understand I lift these weights. Instead of sitting there and spending a minute typing foolishness, you could have just sit there and go, oh, wait a minute. No, that old man does lift that much weight. I mean, I had one video where 50 comments in a row were fake weights. I'm like, no, they're not. They're real weights. Okay, I'm in a real gym. Real gyms don't carry fake weights. You know? How old am I? I am 63 years old. I'm level 63 is the way I look at it. Am I as spry and quick as I was in my 20s? Oh, heck no. But I'm still do pretty well. I'm just not going to be that one that goes quietly into the night. You know? Because I've been lifting for 50 years, Thomas, and I never stopped. Yep, they are. You know that savagely. That's why I don't want to talk about it. There you go. Level 42. There we go. But yeah, I've been lifting since I was 13. Very few breaks. And if you really want to enjoy life, in my opinion, you always got to say my opinion, physical fitness will tie into everything else. When you're more physical fit, you feel better about yourself. And when you're more mentally happy, it is easier to do activities that make you more physical fit. And when you are physical fit, the activities you want to do, you'll be able to perform it at a higher level and enjoy it even more. My opinion. Always is. Older than the dirt in his garden. Well, maybe. Now, if I dig down deep enough, I'll get the older dirt. But yeah, it's going to be good eating today. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to chop me up a pepper right now. Yep, yeah, discipline. And also, it's just good old for you. So I'm gonna chop this up to eat. So pop into the kitchen real quick, and then I'll probably also make a. Well, I think I'll just make the shake now. So I make me a protein shake. To me, it's same thing as buying, the whey and doing all that stuff. And I'm not adverse to protein mixes and protein powders. When I have the money for them, I'll buy them. Got me old food scrap pot, coffee grounds, and other things go in there. Then I take them out to Zigadon. But it's a really easy mixture on how to make. It's really easy. Yeah, I think corn is going to have to go. But so what I do is I use Fairlife milk. I should be a sponsor for this. They haven't answered me back. Half the sugar and 13 grams of protein per serving versus 8 grams per serving of milk. And if you're drinking almond milk going, I get my protein through almond milk. No, you don't. Almond milk has more protein than only one other drink I know of, and that's called water. So now the Fairlife milk does cost more, but it has half the sugar. Remember, sugar is the enemy, and it's got more nutrients per serving, so it really isn't. So fresh eggs from the neighbor, and I'll pop, depending on how many calories I want, anywhere from 2 to 4 of them in the size of the eggs. These are a little bit on the smaller side. So I'm going to put more of them in there. The incredible edible egg. All right, 6 grams of protein. These might have 5, they're a little smaller. And about 70 calories. And they're clean calories. And the incredible edible egg has all the amino acids, all 20. It's one of the very few foods that can make that claim. And then to sweeten it up, I put in raw, unfiltered honey. Sometimes you need to kind of coax it out here. There we go. So that is a good sugar to have. And it also has many antibiotic ingredients in it. I say nothing better than good old beef spit. And then a little bit of ice cream for some little flavor. And then make life wonderful. And then we throw the green pepper in it. No, we do not. I tried that one year, not with this, but I mixed up a bunch of veggies. I made one of those veggie drinks you see in the movie and that, and ugh. I'll catch up on comments. How can you eat raw eggs? Easy. Just drink them. So then I take my ye old multivitamin. It's kind of my catch-all. Then I have other things I take in addition to. That's good. The honey gives a really nice flavor to it. So I got like probably about 500 clean calories there, and about 50 grams of protein. Generally, you don't want more than 50 grams per meal. Anything after that, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. So then YouTube will think I am more popular. Now I rinse off the veggies just to get any, residual dust, dirt, bug tracks off. But I don't have to wash them. And like I said, everything goes into the old seed bucket. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Now, here's something, and I do show this from time to time, but when I'm picking these green peppers early in the season, the walls are very thin. And as it gets later, you get a nice thick wall. And I bring that up because the wife did. She's like, "Oh, I don't like the walls being thin." I go, "My God, honey, you're Native American. All right, you belong to one of the largest tribes out there, the Lakota tribe. Used to survive famines. And here you're complaining that the wall's too thin on the peppers." There we go. I usually just put them on a plate and bring them out to. So let's get set back out. Or I can check comments. There's no way I can see them on the phone unless I put my cheaters on. And even with that, it gets to be a challenge. No, so I'm bring the rest of my shake. So this is how I start my day. My day starts a little bit later than most of y'all because I work a second shift. Gotten a little bit better now. It used to be where I didn't get home until 11:30, but they, for whatever reason, and I'm not complaining, they've moved the shift forward or back an hour. So now I go in at 2 instead of 3, and I probably can bring that down a little bit, huh? And I get home at 10:30. Thank you. Yeah, and when I do have it, Jill and Charlie, I do add it in there. A lot of times when I go to competitions and that, geez, Turk, now just remind me, I do have creatine in there and I keep forgetting it. Because that's another thing I would add to the shake. I keep forgetting. So, oops. Let's get back up here. Pepper, yep, vitamin C and potassium. A lot of your vegetables have a lot of potassium in them. Squash has as much potassium as a banana per serving. Pitching up on the right. Dating 50 grams, eating, yeah. I know, fat thumbs, darn it. I buy chicken tenders at the county market for my lunch. So basically it makes 2 meals for me. And I'm probably getting 50 grams each meal. Yeah. But the reason I bring up that chili Italian almond milk is they used to advertise that. You say, almond milk, great source of protein versus regular milk. It's 1 gram. You know what else has 1 gram of protein per serving? Green peppers. Now, not all proteins are equal. All right, this might have 7 amino acids in it. Milk's got about 16. Eggs, the incredible edible egg has all 20. How much peanut butter should be eaten in a day? Doesn't matter. Whatever you're comfortable with. Sometimes I'll throw peanut butter in the shake too. It is a source of protein, so it's good to eat. You don't have to, but a lot of times when people are eating are drinking a lot of shakes, like 2 or 3 a day, I tell them they better eat some peanut butter. Otherwise, it could backfire on you. Mmm. That is a good tasting green pepper. Far more flavor than you'll get from the store. And the reason is, time it gets to the store, especially out of season, those peppers are weeks old. Yep. So this is a quick way to get my day going. Hey, it's the live guy. Hey, Mike. Hello, Mike. How we doing? Good morning. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I am now on Rumble, which is a free service. I'm also on Rumble. It's a Scottish Fitness. On Instagram, it's MacBean Scottish Fitness. I've become a social media creator. Which is kind of funny. Never say never. There we go. And I'm going to be training for the next 20 years too. And hopefully longer. They're going to have to put me 6 feet under to keep me from lifting. And I'm going to tell them to throw a couple dumbbells in there anyway, just in case they were wrong. Oh, those are so good. And like I said, that's my opinion is you get your physical health better. Anyway, you don't have to lift heavy weights. You don't have to go in the gym for 3 hours. 30 minutes a day of activity, at least 3 days a week, will improve your physical health if you're not doing it. You know, an object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. Unless affected by equal or opposite forces. If you find yourself sitting in a lazy boy all the time, you're going to continue sitting in a lazy boy. It's called a lazy boy for a reason. If you find yourself going out for walks and getting outside and enjoying what's around you, number one, you'll be physically happier and your mental well-being will be better. If I was just to sleep in, get up late, do the 3 S's, eat and go to work, and come home and go to bed, that's not living. That's just working. So I try to get at least 4 hours of living in before I go to work. You know, whether it's activity, whether it's just relaxing on the deck, whether it's going out and mowing the grass, walking out to the pond, working in the garden, going to the gym, doing Claymore cardio. That's going to be a new video coming up. Speaking of hummingbirds, Savage Lee, I got one right down there right now. Wonder if I moved. Nope, he went away. So I have a hummingbird that comes and visits every now and then. We have flowers here, so I'm sure it feeds on the nectar. One of these days, I'll get a feeder for him. I keep saying that. One of these days, it might actually happen. You never know. There we go. Cardio 39. Go to the gym 4 times a week. That's perfect. Bike rides. That's perfect cardio. Still fighting through recovery for some health issues. It's much easier, right, than to regain. But the nice thing about it, regaining is faster once you're there. It's called muscle memory. So the time it'll take me to get back to 405 is going to be a fraction that it takes me to get it back. Yeah, well, I can get it back much quicker. Right from UK, you and Runner Boy. But yeah, muscle memory is a wonderful thing. Once again, thanks for a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's enjoying it. I have my new equipment. I've got this mic, which I've figured out how to use. And it looks like the quality of the audio is better. I hope it is. And I'm enjoying a nice thick green pepper I just picked, about 10 minutes ago. I know injuries are no fun. I don't squat heavy. 2 1/4 is about as heavy as I go. I like to walk too much. Now I've got the huge amount of respect for those who do squat heavy. You know, when I'm watching, you know, Ernie Littlebrig sit there and squat like 800 pounds, to me that's just amazing. You know, Dan Bell squatting nearly 1,000 pounds. That I've competed with. You know, watched it live. That's just awesome. I'm never going to do it. I'm not going to aspire to do it, but boy, you know, there's a huge amount of respect for those who do. For some reason, I aspire to bench heavyweight, and I've deadlifted decent weight too. You know, usually I can deadlift what I bench. And, you know, I got to step my game back up. I've been kind of coasting, in my opinion. But it's still a longer workout than most people do. But now that, and then during the summer, I tend to not work out in the gym as long because there's just so many things to do outside. There you go. I guess I have a huge amount of respect for those who squat heavier. Not one of those people like going to sit there and whine because somebody's stronger than me. There's always somebody stronger. There's always somebody faster, whatever. Better looking. A lot of people better for than that way. And I'm there to encourage, not to discourage. Hey, Steve, how we doing? Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Like I said, it's my Robo channel if you want to follow that. Best way to support this channel is just do what you're doing right now. There you go. Got to have goals. Like, if you get a chance, you can look at the body beatdown videos. And he, this year, he hit 3 goals. He worked up to a 425-pound squat. He worked up to a 500-pound deadlift. And he got a 405 bench. That was huge. It does put a huge rush of endorphin in there, absolutely. Yeah, and that's one thing about, I squat every now and then for decades, and I'm never happy with my form, but it did get better this year. And once I fully recover from my chest injury, I will recommit to it. Nice thick green pepper. Mm. Yep, chillin' Charlie. I agree. You're always learning. No, peppers are good for vitamins, minerals, and also carbs and fiber. Mm-mm-mm. I just love green peppers. Never tire of them. So next, maybe we'll walk out to the pond. So you said it was still 5x5 out by the garden. Let's see how much luck we have when we walk out to the pond. I did do a lot of mowing yesterday. Felt like the grass was thick. Now, can I reverse this camera? Yeah. I think I can. There we go. Well, there's a big old oak tree I planted about 22 years ago. Pin oak. I usually sit under there and have some live streams. There's where I throw discus. All these trees I planted. Used to have the garden there, and I just let the maples volunteer there as a windbreak. Probably need to take a few out so the bigger ones can spread out. All these I planted. I can see some of the big yellow flowers are starting to come up. And once they do, I usually get a lot of butterflies. Now, the farmer rancher that bought the property behind me, him and I were talking, and we did notice that there's far fewer butterflies this year. But usually I'll have at least 3 or 4 monarch butterflies next to the water and food source. Now the pond is down. Oh, there's a buoy there. And in the early part of the year, I'd always have turtles busting out from the shore. And now I just have frogs. So where's the bullfrogs? Because they are exactly the same color. Well, there's a tree frog there. You may or may not be able to see him. And he's right there in the middle. And the bullfrogs, there's that hummingbird. I don't know if we were quick enough to catch that. I got bullfrogs in here. I got bluegills. I did throw 2 yellow bullheads in here last year. So the pond is down good 5 feet, you know, because it'll come up to where my foot is. And we just haven't had the torrential downpours lately. And I really want to get some new gutters up before that happens. And this is where all the blackberries grow. But they come and go quickly. And let me know when it starts to get pixelated. But I am walking out much further than I usually do. I haven't seen my connection has been interrupted sign yet. That's my rifle range. So it's there. That's where we set up the targets. And that's where we shoot at. Now let's head back because I am probably way out of the Wi-Fi. It should switch over to cellular automatically. There's no guarantee. And I'm going to have to come through here with the chainsaw and clear some of these trees out. That's another reason that the water's down, because they suck up a lot of water. All right, now I can turn this back around. There we go. And this is my morning routine. This is me having fun. And I'm happy you all sit there and joined in. Appreciate you spending some of your time. And hope you enjoyed the content. Probably gonna fire the mower back up, see how much gas I have. Get some of that done. And time I'm done with that, it'll be time for a real breakfast. And that's usually where I cook a bacon and then I cook the eggs. You don't always eat raw eggs. Just in the morning. Sometimes in the evening too, if I come home and if I had a big workout and if I was lifting a lot of stuff at work. That's one thing at work. I lift tooling that weighs anywhere from 30 to 75 pounds. Pretty much the whole shift. So it's a good workout also. So I'm lucky enough to have a very active job. All right. Let's catch back up on the computer so I can catch back up on comments. All right, let me scroll up. All right, there we go. So where was that? No, not chili pepper. I mean, this is a green bell pepper. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Mike. So one of my friends are a 93 kilogram Canadian state champion. The other was a national champion, 120 kilograms. And I usually compete either at 110 or at the 100, I think it's 125, depending on how much I want to diet. We sent all your videos into the chat and the group was very impressed. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's all right. You too, Chill and Charlie. Because yeah, usually there should be a few floating around, and I haven't seen. I've seen a Viceroy butterfly. I've seen some of the smaller ones, and earlier in the year, I've seen those yellow zebra tails, which are really fast. All right, have an excellent day, Tuck. Yeah, I had it dug. It only cost $600. I had a guy come in with a big cat, dug it in about 4 hours. Yeah, Walking Plus Scenery. I know. I think you know. Even Mark, if you are who I think you are, yeah, I think you just live right down the road. All right, Beaverine. Yeah, I've been on for 77 minutes. Thanks everybody for joining in. I do appreciate it. I'll go see if I do have a pet. I have a cat. All right, Savage Lee. Well, you can order it. You can order it on SD under Fallout Umbrella. That's my daughter's shop. If you want one sent directly to you, or probably when I hit, I'm thinking when I hit 12,000 subs. I was going to wait till 15, but it's really slowed down now. So I think I'm at like almost 11,800 now, really close to it. When I hit 12,000, I'll do a giveaway. Yeah, maybe you'll win. I'll advertise it for a couple days before I have it. But if not, you can order it directly on Fallout Umbrella. I think it's like, $30 plus shipping. Shipping may be involved and included. I'm not sure. But yeah, she did. You can order it there. Or if you want to wait, or shoot me an email. Either way. All right, everybody, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, hydration, safety, walks in the sun, and just get out and go on the gym and lift. Thank you, everybody.